Have you ever wondered why you're more of a lurker than a poster on social media? Well, today we're going to decode the really fascinating psychology behind being a silent observer. Let's get right into it.
I mean, it seems like everyone else is documenting every single moment of their lives, right? But you've chosen to hang back, to stay off the radar. If you've ever asked yourself why you're more of a consumer than a creator online, then this one is definitely for you.
There's this message out there that being a silent observer is somehow a bad thing. Then it means you must be shy, or maybe a little boring, or even antisocial. But what if the exact opposite is true? What if your silence is actually a sign of a highly evolved, totally secure, and independent mindset? Let's flip that script. So the first big idea here is all about where you get your sense of value. It's about having what we call an inward focus, and not, outsourcing your self-worth to the clicks and comments of the internet. This really all boils down to one powerful concept: internal validation. It's that ability to know your own worth based on your own standards, completely separate from what other people think or from those little digital metrics we all know so well. So, what does that look like in the real world? It means you've pretty much sidestepped that whole dopamine reward loop that social media is literally designed to create. You're not glued to your phone waiting for that little rush you get from a like or a comment, because you found something way more stable, a more sustainable source of self-worth. And this whole idea of internal validation goes hand in hand with another key psychological trait: having an internal locus of evaluation. Honestly, just think of it as your own personal internal compass. It means you're the one who judges your actions and your life based on your principles, not on whether or not you're getting applause from the crowd. And this quote just nails it. Your life has meaning because you are living it, not because you're documenting it for an audience. That is such a just quiet but incredibly powerful realization, and it can free you from so much unnecessary pressure. So, how does this silence actually help you? Well, you can think of it as building a kind of mental fortress, one that protects you from all the distortion that is just everywhere in the digital world. Now, this isn't about hiding or being antisocial at all. Psychologists have a name for it: a high privacy orientation. It just means you value having control over your own story, your own information, and how you show up in the world. And let's be real, in this age of oversharing, that's a pretty rare and valuable thing. And here's the crucial point: so much of what we see online is a digital illusion. By choosing not to participate so publicly, you actually prevent other people's opinions and their misinterpretations from messing with your own sense of reality. You get to keep your life authentic to you. Which, of course, brings us to one of the biggest psychological traps on social media: social comparison theory. This is that automatic, sometimes you don't even notice it, process of measuring our own lives against the carefully selected, edited, and totally idealized lives we see online. This right here is the heart of the problem, isn't it? You are living your own behind the scenes, all the messy, complicated, real parts of life. But online, all you're seeing is everyone else's highlight reel. By being that silent observer, you create this natural buffer that protects your mental health from this endless, totally unfair comparison game. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the cognitive benefits. Because your online silence gives you something that is incredibly valuable in today's world: the actual freedom to think for yourself. Psychologists call this cognitive independence. I mean, think about it. When you're not constantly swimming in a sea of viral opinions and hot takes and digital groupthink, your mind actually has the space to become its own thing. You get to form your own views based on your own logic and experience, not just on what's trending that day. This also means you're way less susceptible to what's called normative social influence. That's just a fancy term for that intense pressure to conform to the group just so you feel like you fit in. You don't feel that need to jump on every single trend or share an opinion just because everyone else is doing it. You're comfortable standing apart. So, what's the grand result of all these different traits? It all comes together to create a deep and really stable sense of emotional security. It's about choosing inner peace over a constant public performance. I mean, think about it. When your self-worth isn't tied to something as completely volatile as social media notifications, which can soar one minute and then totally disappear the next, your confidence becomes incredibly stable. You're not riding an emotional roller coaster every single time you open your phone. Your sense of self is grounded in something real, something that's actually inside you. And this really gets to the heart of what matters. True validation comes from genuine, real-world connections and from your own self-acceptance. You feel seen by the people who actually matter in your life, not by a counter of anonymous viewers. Okay, as we start to wrap up here, let's do a quick recap of these hidden strengths. Let's really reframe your silence, not as an absence of something, but as the presence of a unique set of what I'm going to call psychological superpowers. Just look at this list. Internal validation, a high privacy orientation, a natural immunity to that toxic social comparison, an internal locus of evaluation, cognitive independence, and the ultimate prize, deep emotional security. These are not minor traits, my friends. These are profound strengths that will serve you so well in every part of your life. So if you've ever felt like an outsider for not constantly broadcasting your life online, I really hope this has given you a new perspective. Your silence isn't a weakness. It's not a deficit. It's a powerful indicator of a grounded and emotionally intelligent way of navigating the digital world. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In a world that just keeps getting louder and louder every single day, what other advantages might you discover in your powerful choice to remain silent? Something to think about.